Something that's super important that's on the minds of most South Africans is the new two-pot system. Some are calling it the two-pot retirement system. Sounds very fancy word, right? So we want to break it down for you, very simple, such that even somebody who starts working today or your 60-year-old grandma who's about to retire can understand it, because we know this thing is going to kick in very soon. I think on the 1st of September, yes. So we want to understand, what is this two-pot retirement all about? Putting it in simple terms, imagine yourself, you have a big pot, a big pot of gold, and that's your retirement savings. Now the government is saying, let's split that pot. One pot is for savings and the other pot is for retiring. So they want you to save a bit of money that you can use anytime you want it. And then the other pot saying, you never know what will happen after you retire, so you might need this money. So they keep that second pot for you. So put simply, this pot, which is the savings pot, is for what we can call little emergency fund that you can dip into every time, but only once a year when you have an emergency, like maybe your car breaks down or maybe you want to pay lobola. Yeah, you never know. Maybe people are going to be using it for that, or any sort of emergency that comes your way. And then you have a big pot, which is the retirement pot that is locked. That one is locked. You don't touch it. And that's the savings one that ensures that you've got enough money that when you decide, oh, now it's time to hang up my boots, my working boots, that's the money that you part away with. So how helpful is the new system? Many people, there's so many discussions about, is this really necessary? Why is the government doing that? Why is it holding onto our money? What if I want to retire now and I want to use money for business? So basically, the new system that's kicking off on the 1st of September 2024, this year, we're talking about a couple of months to come. So mark your calendars from this date. Every time that you save some money, every money that will be going into your retirement will be split into two. 1/3, that is about, we can say 33% of your money, it's going to go into the savings pot. And then the 2/3, which is roughly about 66%, will go into your retirement pot. So you're going to have those two pots. Why are they doing this? Well, they are saying that they want to help you, they want to help me to manage our money better. It's sort of like they're giving you a safety net while making sure you don't blow all your money. It's sort of they want to make sure that you don't blow all your retirement savings on that midlife crisis yacht. And the good thing about this system is that it ensures that you have enough money for right now problems, immediate problems, emergencies. But then at the same time, you're keeping most of your savings. I mean, you're looking at 66%. That's where a lot of money that you can use until you retire. But most of you can agree that there's so many emergencies that come along the way. And remember that 1/3, you can use it every year. You can draw it every year between a certain amount, but then there's a cap. Actually, there's no cap. There's going to be a cap in the first year. It depends on how much you draw in the subsequent years. If you don't draw it, you're not going to have a cap. You can draw actually as much as you can from that little savings pot. So come 1st September, let's just emphasize this point. Your contribution is going to be split into 1/3. 1/3 goes into your savings pot, and then the 2/3 into the retirement pot. But there's one more thing. There's another pot. On the 31st of August, we're talking about a couple of days to come, a couple of weeks to come, there's one compulsory transfer. So they're going to do one transfer that is for the people that have been working for some time and they've saved up enough money of up to 30,000 rands, which is 10% of all the money that you've saved up. And it's kept at 30,000. So that money can be 2,000, that can be depending on how big your salary is. But no matter how big it is, if let's say you earn $1 million, it's still going to be kept at 30,000. So they'll take 10% of that money and put it into a vested pot, which is like your starting point, sort of a what can you call it? Sort of a starter pack for your savings, for your emergencies, remember. So that 10% is the money that is going to go into your savings to start up your savings, because obviously you don't want to start from zero. So there will be that little money kept at 30,000, depending on how much you earn. Some will be getting 10, some will be getting 5, depending on how big your pocket is, your paycheck is. And then the rest of the money will be put into the vested pot. So just to be clear, the people that have been working for some time and they've saved up some money, they're going to start with 3 pots. There's a vested pot, which is the money that will be remaining after the 10% is taken out. So that money will be vested. Then you have a savings, which is the 10% of the money that you've already, that is already in your retirement. And then there's a retirement pot, which is the money from 1st of September going forward, that you'll be saving. That's 66 or so percent, which is a 2/3 portion of your retirement. Now you might be wondering, can you withdraw all your pension all at once? Because remember, there's a small savings, there's a savings pot, and then there's another pot, which is a retirement. Can you, let's say you retire or you resign, can you draw that money out? The answer is no. Under this new system, you can only withdraw 1/3 of your retirement pot when you retire. 1/3. As I repeat myself, 1/3 when you retire. The rest will be paid out as a fixed monthly payment. This is where it's raising a lot of eyebrows. People are saying, why must it be like that? What if I want all my money now? What if I know I'm going to die? Well, who knows when they're going to die? Well, some people know when they're going to die. But also, some people want to eat their money once and for all. Yes, so just to be clear, the rest of the money will be paid out as a fixed monthly installment. It's like a steady stream of income so that you don't end up eating instant noodles every night. So the government will be giving you some sort of a monthly salary. It might not be equivalent to what you're earning now, but it will be enough at least to sustain you until you decide to die. And remember, the savings pot, which is the middle pot for those who have been saving some money all along, is your emergency fund. You can access it anytime, but subject to tax. This is where the trick comes in. It's subject to tax. They'll tax that money. Don't think you're going to get, if there is 5,000, that will be taxed. For more information about taxation, please visit the SARS homepage. It will show you. I'll put the link in the bottom of this video so you can see how much taxation is due to you. Then also, just to be clear, for those who are going to have a vested pot, that is the kickstart, the remainder after your 10% has been moved from your current savings, there is no early access to that money before retirement or resignation. You can only access money when you retire, that money when you retire or when you resign. Again, there you don't touch that money. It's not yours at the moment. For those who think, oh no, I'm going to get money from the vested pot, no, you're not going to get it. So there you have it. I hope I made it simple. If it's not simple, please put the questions in the bottom. I would also love to explain further if it is not clear enough. It's going to be exciting for some. It's not going to be exciting for some. People have different views about it. Two-pot retirement system. It's all about giving you financial flexibility. That's what they're saying. I don't know what you think. Because they're saying they want you to give you some sort of flexibility while ensuring that you are taken care of in the future. Simply put, it's like having your cake in front of you, right? You have a big cake in front of you and you're eating it bit by bit, but in a responsible way, right? You don't finish it all, you're eating only a third of it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. What questions are those? And if you found this video very exciting, very interesting, very educating, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more of those simple explanations of complex stuff. Stay tuned.